Okay, this is just a little bit of my Jenny advice for today. Take it or leave it. I started building the ability to make money online prior to COVID. So it was a long time before COVID that I was at home doing a lot of work like blogging, which I learned previously at the University of North Florida in like 2006. But anyway, blogging. I also write, and I'm an independent author. I publish with KDP, Amazon Self Publishing. I have a Redbubble store. I have Buy Me a Coffee, stuff like that. So what I want to say is there's many things. There's Etsy, there's eBay. People still use these things. If you have products you need to ship, you can even set up an Amazon store for yourself. Um, and what I want to say is that sometimes you have to think outside the paradigm of, working. And like one thing is like sometimes you see how I dress, and it's not, I'm not really, you know, inappropriate for my culture at all, especially in Florida. But you have to invest in makeup, jewelry, getting your nails done, a special professional business wear for a lot of jobs, if there even are many jobs. Um, and it takes time away from your house, your children, your husband, your wife, your partner. It takes time away from you having a family sometimes at all. I've heard millennials have had trouble with that. So anyway, there's options, and this is us. We are job creators doing this, okay? I mean, yeah, Jeff Bezos made it possible, but I create my own jobs. I create my own work. I'm a hard worker, like many Americans are, including millennials. And you guys know a lot more technology than I do because I was just in the 90s. I was in the 90s when we had beepers come out, and then, these big old cell phones for real that only the FBI used or something. And you guys know way more about tech than me. And so, I'm giving you this advice. Don't be afraid to strike out on your own and be your own job creator, okay? I know, particularly my own daughter, it's good to have, she has a husband who works outside the home, and that's great, great for him. But you know what else? Multiple streams of income makes a more hardy micro economy in your home. If someone has, say, breast cancer, God forbid, but if they do and you don't have disability, or if our government cuts disability for people, which, sometimes those evil people would. Um, you have backup income in your house, right? And even sometimes people, a lot of times actually, people with disabilities, which is why I started, can work from home, in the comfort of their home with their accommodations. And to boot, Donald Trump, don't change this. You can claim things like internet, electricity, cell phone, um, water, and maybe even I have to check, mortgage or rent, at least partially some of those, because you work from home. You can claim those on your taxes next year. Okay, guys, let's work toward it. That's my goal. Okay, make enough money so that I can file taxes next year. And, maybe you see how I can claim things like that. And it'll lift a burden for my mom, and I like to contribute that way. And speaking of which, there's options here in Florida for older people to do extra income, just a little spending money, or to supplement what you didn't get, from our government. And you can do that too. Do a buy me a coffee, get a buy me a coffee account, or make your own eBay store, or whatever. Some people really want your knowledge and skills, and you can just tell it verbally, like oral tradition.